when I was chief of training. And the other half of my job was recruiting. I've told you this before. For 3 years, I picked the people we got. A lot of them I didn't let in. They either had an alcohol problem or a drug problem or whatever. I just didn't let them in. We wouldn't recruit them. And then after we got them, I got to train them. I was the chief trainer.
What were those years?
70 to 73. I was chief of training in the Coast Guard. And then I had a commandant by the name of Seiler, who was a buddy of mine, who let me handle all the congressional complaints. And my standard story there worked for everybody, the staff, the congressmen, and so forth. I used to tell them the same story. I'd say, the Congress keeps giving Coast Guard Commandant and the Coast Guard additional jobs all the time, never giving him more people. Now, if you start telling the Commandant who he can take and who he can't take, then if he can't do the job, whose fault is it? Is it the Commandant's fault, or is it your fault? You made him take some people just because they're donors to your cause. That's not a reason. I said, we have too many three-man bases where you can't afford to have one bad apple. You just can't afford it. And I never lost any of those arguments. Every congressman, every staff person who heard that story said, I will tell them they're not qualified. I must have done that a dozen times. And that really, and Seiler loved it. That I did some things that pushed authorities a little bit, but I thought they needed to be done sometimes. Just needed to be done.